Hello, I'm Kim Friedman, and today will be a 60-minute mat. We will only be seated or prone or supine. No standing with this. What you will need is a strap, and you can use a robe tie. They're soft and they're very long, and they're just yummy to use. The other thing that I'd like to tell you you can use at home also is if you have very tight hamstrings and it is very hard for you to sit with extended legs and do any type of stretching, you want to take a little hand towel, roll it up to the size that you desire, put 2 rubber bands on them, and place them right underneath your knees. That helps that hamstring being tight by letting a little bit of bend in the knee. So with that, let's get started on our class today. So find your comfortable seat, whatever that is, whether that's crisscross applesauce, whether that's one leg out, it's up to you. You find what is comfortable for you. Wiggle a little bit to see and find your sitting bones. And then allow the shoulders to rest down the back. Nice long spine. Let the hands rest in the lap wherever they will go. And then close your eyes or a soft gaze to the floor. This will be our centering. This is where we start. All classes is from this place of present moment. How do we come to this place of here and now? Well, we come to it by allowing ourselves to be in touch with our senses. So the first sense is the sense of touch. Wherever your hands are at now, maybe allowing the feel of the fabric under your hands. Or if you have palms up, feel the back of your hands and feel the openness of the palms of your hands. The next sense is the sense of taste. Whatever you have ate or drank recently still lingers in your mouth. The sense of smell, not what we smell, but how does the air feel when it enters your nostrils? Maybe cool air comes in. And when you exhale through the nostrils over the top of the lip, that is a little bit warmer. The next sense is the sense of hearing. So first of all, let's hear the things and the sounds outside of wherever you're at in your home. Then bring that hearing to my voice and bring yourself here to this place and time. Lastly, with eyes closed, you can still see this beautiful healing light within each of us. This is how we bring our minds to present moment, is letting the mind feel what the body feels. During your days in your home, think about how the water feels as it's traveling over your hands, and maybe the soapy suds, how slick it feels against your skin. When you're out for a walk, disconnect from all earbuds and sounds and concentrate your mind and your senses to what you feel. Your feet that are walking on the concrete, or maybe it's a dirt path, with the sun on your skin and the breeze in your hair. This is how we connect with nature when we are out in nature, using senses. Present moment and controlling the mind helps that monkey mind that we all have, where it starts to think about all different type of things. Bring it back to whatever you're doing at that moment in time. Now, let's work on our breath. First of all, we always breathe through the nostrils, in and out through the nostrils. Feel your natural breath. How does that feel in your body? What is moving? This is your breath, this beautiful breath that sustains us through our days and nights with no controls. But we can change that. We can change that to be controlled breath, which helps us during periods of anxiety, depression, even when chaos is running around our house and our lives. When you start to feel the butterflies in your stomach and your heart starts to race a little bit faster, that is when breath will help you calm your nervous system and bring calm to your mind and your body. How to do that is with a 3-part breath. So first, let's inhale fully through the nostrils and expand the belly. And your exhale brings the belly back toward the front of the spine. And then again, let's go from belly into ribs. And your exhale from ribs to belly. And then the full breath is inhale through the belly, up to the ribs, and then finally into the upper chest. And when we release, release from the top to the middle and then to the belly. Full, deep inhalations all the way up to the top of the chest. And if possible, longer exhalations, allowing a full exhale. When we bring in our inhale, we're bringing in prana, energy. And when we exhale, we're allowing relaxation to happen. Next inhalation, hold the inhalation up at the top for just a brief pause. And when you're ready, let it go. And then again, only at the top. And then let it go. Now, just a regular breath in and out through the nostrils, but full. No holding here. And your next exhale, hold at the bottom of your exhalation. Pause. Then inhale when you're ready. And do that 2 more times. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. And then inhale. Your last one. Hold at the bottom. And when you're ready, inhale. Now 2 more inhales, now holding here at the top or the bottom. Feel how your body expands in the back and the sides and how everything goes back to natural on the exhalation. Now return back to your natural breath. So set your intention for the practice today. Allow yourself a word. I can prompt you with a word, and today's word is kindness. Kindness to your body, kindness to your mind, and kindness throughout your days. So if your mind starts to wander through the practice, then bring it back to the kindness and being aware to be kind to your body as we move through the movements today. Always knowing that you should only go where your body is allowing you to go. There is no pain in yoga. And such in life, there are choices in life. And there are choices in yoga. So when we go through these movements, always choose what's right for your body. Now slowly open the eyes. Allow your hands to come to heart center. And we'll start our practice with 3 circle the suns. Now, if you're having arm limitations today, just go to shoulder height and then bring the palms towards center. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms up. Hands meet and down through heart center. Now 2 more. Your movement makes the breath, not when teacher says. Should be close to your last one. And then to center. And this always is good for you and your mind. So I'm glad that you have found this video. So let's get moving. So let's go ahead, bring our hands behind, and just let your feet come out. Woo! And then just pedal your feet and your knees to get the blood back into, circulating into those feet. All right, still hands behind to help support a nice long back. And then let's just point. And as we're pointing, feel the muscles that are activated. And then flex. And can you get your heels off of the mat? Maybe not, and that's okay. But feel the muscles that are engaged there. And then just go ahead and point and flex. Point and flex. And then pause all of that. Relax the legs and the feet and just circle the feet in one direction. And then reverse and go in the other direction. Now pause all of that movement. Take your hands. Help your right leg to come up. Squeeze it into your body. And then allow that ankle to be put onto the opposite thigh, keeping this foot flexed for safety of your knee. So let's work on these feet. So wiggle your toes back and forth. Spread the webbing between the toes. And then take the thumbs and massage the ball of your foot. And then down into the arch of your foot. And then finally to the heel of your foot. Now let one hand cradle the foot and the other hand cradles the knee. And then put it wherever you can and just rock. Doesn't matter how high it is. It's what's comfortable in your body. And then pause all of that. Bring that knee back up to center. Then extend it. Other knee. So bring it up. Squeeze it in first. When we squeeze our knees into our torso, that helps massage our internal organs. Really good for us to do. And then this ankle goes over that, working on the toes. Remember, as we get older, where does arthritis find us? In our extremities, the toes, and of course the fingers. But it's also good if you even don't have arthritis. Who's massaging our feet? Right? All right, so let's take those thumbs and massage the ball of our foot, the arch of our foot, and finally the heel of our foot. And then one hand on foot, the other hand supports knee, lift, and rock. This is starting to warm up that knee and the hip joint. And then pause that, knee comes straight up again, and then extend. All right, so let's go ahead, find our comfortable seat. Remember, if you like your legs extended, that's more than welcome to do. And we'll do our movement of spine by starting with our cat-cows. So never hold on to the knee itself. Always go below the knee, and here we go. Inhale, open heart. Squeeze shoulder blades together, lift chin slightly, and then exhale, round spine, chin comes to chest. Go back and forth. Your breath makes the movement. Feel that movement. How is it feeling in your body? Connect your body with the movement and the breath. You might like them faster, maybe you like them slower. Always do what works in your body. Now 2 more, ending with the second exhalation. And then when we're finished, just allow a nice tall spine one more time. All right, so now we're starting to work on the spine. So let's take our right hand and bring it all the way down to the side. And then bring your other arm up. Now, if this movement doesn't work for you, fingers on shoulder, and you can always lift your elbow. So you decide. So then bring that up. And then if your fingers are on your shoulders, elbows up, try to bring that elbow back. So we keep a nice long back. So we're not leaning forward. We're really bringing that up. Your next inhalation brings both arms up, or goddess if arm limitations. Bring the other arm down. Choose what works for you. And breathe here. Again, if your arm is extended, then you want to bring your arm back wherever it works for you. Watch this shoulder. Don't bring it up here. Let it relax. Now we're going to go a little faster by going back and forth. And again, if you're having shoulder issues, this is your movement. Or you can go completely. Your choice, right? Your choice. This isn't with breath. We're trying to get rapid movements here. One more on each side. And then bring arms up, or goddess. And then let your body fold over your lap. Chin comes to chest. Now, if there was any pain involved with the rounding of your spine, you'll want to always have a nice long spine. You will not round, but if there's no pain, just allow that stretch in the back. Take hands, push into your mat, and allow yourself to come all the way up. Here we go. We got to move up that spine into the shoulders. So let's go ahead and bring our arms out. And we're just going to make small circles here. Small circles. But feel what's going on when you make those circles. Reverse your circle. Now pause all of that movement. Turn your palms up. And now, where do you feel this? What is the sensation you're feeling in your body? Reverse. Pause. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. Then allow your elbows to come wherever they will. If they can touch, great. If not, no worries. And let's just make our elbow circles. Feel what's going on in the back of your body. Now reverse, going in the opposite direction. Now pause all of that. Bring your arms out. Palms up. Then point your fingers down. Ooh, what a stretch is going on there. Where do you feel this? And then relax and turn palms down. And now we're just going to point fingers down, fingers up. Go back and forth. There you go. And then next time fingers go up, left and right. Pause that, fingers in. No, let's squish our fingers. Sticky fingers like you're pushing and throwing water at the screen. And then thumbs in, fingers outside, and rotate the hands. And reverse the rotation. Relax the fingers, relax your shoulders, leave your arms out. Close your eyes. Hold. Breathe, feel, watch, allow, close your eyes, or a soft gaze to the floor. Continue to breathe through your nostrils. Let your hands rest now in the lap. Open your eyes, and where do you feel the warmth? This is how we connect with our body. So we've got shoulders, so we need to work on the neck. Right. So let's go ahead and bring our arms out to the side and just let your fingertips touch the mat. Your next exhalation, bring your chin down to your chest. And your inhalation drags the chin across and up to that right shoulder. Take your eyes to the corners because we have muscles in our eyes. We need to work those also. Your next exhalation brings the chin back down to the chest. Inhalation, drag it across and up to the opposite shoulder. Pause. Exhalation, down to the chest. Inhalation, back up to the other shoulder. Now take your chin and tuck it toward your underarm. And do you feel a different type of stretch? Chin goes back down to center. Next inhalation, bring it up to the opposite shoulder. Pause. And then duck the chin toward that underarm. Breathing here. And release that chin back down to your chest. Release the hands. Let it come onto your legs. And then inhale, all chin, all the way up until it stretches the front of your throat. We never want to bring the head all the way back. 2 major blood vessels feed the brain. And as we get older, we need to be attentive to that. But we also have facial muscles. So in order to move our facial muscles with our chin up and extended, we want to do vowels and exaggerate those vowels. So we're going to do A, E, I, O, U. And then again, one more time. A, E, I, O, U. And then bring that chin back to neutral. Well, we've pretty well warmed up from toes to head. So let's go ahead and extend those legs out. And we'll start today with a seated flow. So I'd like to show you once, and then we'll do it together for 3 times. We always do this with the breath because it is called a flow. So watch me first. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Right arm goes back with the inhale, comes back with the exhale. And then again, other arm out. Inhale, exhale. Up with both or goddess arms. And then that's the inhale. And then the exhale is down. And then the inhale, open heart, squeeze your shoulders together, lift chin. And then the exhale forward. Now remember, if you're having arm limitations, you don't have to go around. You can just take that arm out to the side. All right, 3 times. I know you're ready. Let's go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Right arm, inhale. And exhale. Other. And back. Both. And down. Open. And back to center. 1, inhale. And down. Inhale. And back. And the other. And back. Both. And down. Inhale. And back. 2. 1 more on your own with your breath. You can do this. Always do breath and movement. Nice and slow. That's what helps us stay safe and allows our body and our mind to connect. All right, so we got a little movement going there, which is always the best thing to do. So now we'll do a little more stretching and then we'll go to our bellies. So let's go ahead and take that right leg, bring it up here. Again, we're squeezing it in, squeeze it in. Then allow that knee to drop out. Now, we want to place the foot either above the knee or below the knee. We never want any part of our bodies to be pressing on our knee joints. They're the tenderest part of our body along with our hip joints. Now, the extended leg, the foot is flexed, but my body is facing more toward the center. So I just want to shift my hip back just a little bit. Keep a nice extended foot. Inhale, arms up or goddess. And then we want to pulse forward. So we just don't flop down. We want to push and allow a movement here. Because what we're doing is setting that femur bone into our hip joint. And when you get so far, you can't go any further. So let the hands come down wherever they will. Maybe you're able to reach your toes. Maybe you're not. And that's okay too. But once we're there, nice long back, now we get to relax. So now bring the chin to the chest. Take a look at that knee. Relax the arms. Now the only thing that's active here is our extended leg. Keep that foot flexed. And the bent leg is nice and relaxed. No tension. And we're just relaxing here. Check in. Where do you feel this? One more breath here. How do we come up? We come up first with the chin back to neutral. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. That'll help keep the spine long. Arms come out in front and raise yourself up. How do we get out of this? Help your knee to come up to center first, then extension. We got to do the other side. Bring it up. Squeeze it in. Let it go out to the side. Again, we're taking that long leg. Scoot that hip back. Now we're more over that. And inhale. And exhale. Now again, we're pulsing. We're just not going down flat. Okay? That doesn't help the femur bone to set into that hip joint. And when you finally get to the point where you know you can't go anymore, then the hands come down. Again, maybe you can reach your toes, but it isn't necessary. You can have your hands on your leg, either side of your leg, chin comes to chest, and we're rounding again. Active leg is the extended leg, foot flexed. Everything else, relax. Feel. Two more breaths here. After your second exhalation, let's get alignment going. Chin comes back to neutral. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Arms come up and we rise up. Help this leg to come up. Wrong leg. How about this one? Here we go. And then extend it out. All right. So now we're going to do our seated forward fold. And again, this might be difficult for some. You're just going where your body will allow you to go. Inhale, arms up. Or goddess arms. And then let them come out and pulse out. Like you're looking for that really good piece of cake that's on the other side of the table. Like you're reaching for it and reaching for it and reaching for it. And then when you can't go any further, the hands come down. Whether that's on toes, whether that's on the legs, chin comes to chest, and we relax. Breathing here, feeling what's going on. Keep the feet flexed. We want active legs here. Everything else is just relaxed. One more breath here, please. And coming out one more time. Chin first, shoulder blades squeeze, arms come out, and let yourself come up. All right, arms behind. Let's go ahead and release any tension. Feet as wide as your mat. And just do the tick-tock legs. All right. So now we're going to come down onto our stomachs, called prone. This is called a prone posture. So take your time. Get yourself all settled in. Now, if you are having some issues with your chest and it doesn't feel right to bring all your weight onto your chest, you can take a pillow or a blanket, roll it up, and put it right below your chest. That'll give you the height that you need in order to be able to do prone postures. So today we'll do our baby cobra. Baby cobras are really good for the lower sacral area of our backs. And that's usually where most people have issues, is usually in that lower lumbar region. And how we build muscle is by repetitive motion. So the hands come right underneath the shoulders. Now, those elbows aren't out like this with like chicken wings. We want the arms to be hugging the torso. So the mechanics of this is when we start to get into the posture, you're wanting to press through your pelvis and your legs into the mat. That gives you that power to lift the hands. And we're only lifting the hands. So here we go. Inhale first. Exhale, press your pelvis and your legs against the mat, and your next inhalation raises the hands. Now, let your shoulders go down your back, and now release. Be passive. Let everything relax. One full breath here. Now get ready again. Inhale first. Exhale, press pelvis and legs, and your inhale raises the hands. And then release. Relax. Last one. This one we're going to hold for 3 breaths. You can do this. Get your legs all started and ready. Get them close to one another. Here we go. Inhale first. Exhale, press the pelvis and the legs against the mat, and your next inhalation raises the hands. 3, 2, and 1. And allow now relaxation. Before we move everything, feel where the tension has been occurring in the lower back. Then stack your hands one on top of another, either your forehead or your chin on your hands. Lift your pelvis slightly off the mat, bend your knees, and then just let those legs go left and right. All right, let the legs go back down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And now allow yourself to push up. And as we do, start to round your back. So this is, again, we're releasing that tension. Breathing here. And then going ahead and crawling around and finding your seat one more time. Okay, let's go ahead and allow your legs now to be wide. Now, as wide as it's comfortable. If you start feeling some stretching inside here, maybe be a little less. Okay, so when we have extended legs, we always have flexed feet. Need to make sure that you have flexed feet. And we're just doing some side stretching here. So I'm going to take this right hand and we're going to run it down the right leg. But as we do, we're not coming forward. We're just letting the side motion. Okay? And the whole arm can rest onto the leg, but don't press into your knee, please. Now, go ahead, bring this other arm and let it touch your fingertips to your shoulders, and then elbow up and back. This is a good stretch here. This is also keeping your spine in alignment. Breathe. One more breath here. Now, to come out, we're actually going to turn our torso toward that leg and then just let ourselves relax and round the back. Keep your feet flexed. One more breath here. Now, coming out is the same as we always do when we have a rounded spine. Chin neutral, shoulder blades squeeze, arms up, and let yourself come up. We got to do the other side. Here we go. Let it run down the leg, keeping this shoulder toward that leg. And when we're here, that's all we have to do. Fingertips on shoulder, elbow up and back. Doesn't matter what you do. You can look down at the mat, you can look straight ahead, or you can look up. You decide. One more breath here. And then, again, we're just going to start turning the torso toward that leg and let yourself fold. Reminder, keep your feet flexed. Chin to chest. Relax. Feel. One more breath. After that breath, we're not coming up this time. We're actually going to bring our hands inside and walk your hands toward the middle. Bring your hands, we'll support you. If you can come down on your elbows, fantastic. If you can't, okay, it's okay. Whatever works in your body, chin to come to chest. Feet flexed. Relax. Feel. One more breath. All right. How do we come out? Chin to neutral. Walk your hands back. Nice and slow. We're dealing with the spine. Any spinal movement needs to be in slow with intention. Now I'm going to challenge you. Bring your hands behind. Can you bring your legs together? And then your legs out. Then legs together and legs out. And one more time. Legs together. All right. We need to come down onto our backs. But this is the part that we don't do easily, right? Make sure you have your strap nearby. So we always want to work on our core. And one of the ways we can do this is when we sit and we're going down onto our backs to use our core to lower the back one vertebrae at a time. Now, this isn't going to happen right away, and you're going to flop at some point. It's okay. That's why we call this a practice. Put your arms out, palms face each other. Then allow yourself to let your body slowly come down using this core base, right? This is your core. This is where we bring our belly up and in, and we allow a slower movement to come all the way down until we finally reach the mat. Ooh. Let your arms be down by your side. Now, feel how gravity as pushing down on your long torso. And just feel. All right. So let's do some of our stretching here. Let's bring our arms overhead. If that doesn't work for you, you do your goddess arms. They're just as good. All right. So let's lift our arms up and spread our fingers wide and just allow, like I'm holding onto your wrists and I'm pulling you. And then let it relax. All right. So we won't do both legs at the first, but we will do them. But anyway, bring the right leg up. Point the toe. Doesn't have to be far off the mat. And then relax. Do the other leg. Point your toe. Then relax. All right. This is our flying upside down superhero. So we're going to lift both arms and both legs, and they don't have to lift very high. So here we go. Bring those legs up. Fly your superhero, 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 and then let them down. Woo! Go ahead and bring your arms all the way down by your side. Now, bend your knees and let the sole of the feet come to the mat first. Extend that right leg all the way up, clasp behind your thigh, and then lift and lower that foot. And then let's do it a little bit quicker. And then pause that, and then just circle the foot. And reverse the circle. And then release that. And start to do circles, knee circles, letting yourself shift from one side of your sacral area, your back, to the other. And then reverse. One more circle. And then bring that foot back down. We got to do the other leg. I don't want you to be crooked. All right, extension, clasp behind, and then point, flex, and circle. Other direction. And then release. And again, just do circles like you're drawing a circle with your knee on your ceiling. But rock side to side. That's a great massage. Reverse that circle. And then bring that foot down. All right. Next thing we do is bring your right knee into your chest. Now we're clasping on the top of the shin, not on the knee, but we want to hug it in as tight as we can. Now, if you want a deeper stretch with this, you're going to extend the other leg. You don't have to, but if you extend the leg, make sure your foot is flexed. So we're going to do 3 breathing here on your right knee into your chest. So inhale first, push the belly away. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. So 2 more. Your breath, this is working your ascending colon. And you should be on your last one. Now bring both knees into your chest. And we're doing the same thing because this is your transverse colon. So inhale, push away, exhale, pull it in. Now 2 more, your breath. Now it should be done. Drop your right, hold on to your left. And again, 3 more. Inhaling first, push it away. Exhale, pull it into your chest. This is your descending colon. If you ever have constipation and you're having issues with that, Do this practice several times a day. What you're doing is you're really working the colon and your intestines. Should be complete by that time, and let's just extend for just a moment and feel. Bend both knees, soles of the feet on the mat. Now, bring your 2 feet, the inside of your feet and your legs together, real tight. And this is your inhale, open, like butterfly wings, and exhale, close. Go back and forth, open with the inhale, close with the exhale. One more. And then leave the feet just hip width apart. Okay? All right. Extend that right leg all the way up. Flex your foot. Bend your knee. Let the ankle be on the thigh. And just do butterfly wing. Just let that butterfly. It's just a little motion with the knee. Not a lot. Then we're going to take the same hand as the leg that's bent, and we're just going to push it away from us until you feel the stretch. So just push it away and breathe and feel. You need to keep the foot on the thigh. That needs to be flexed. Two more breaths here. And then release. Now, bring that knee toward your chest first. Then bring your foot down. Other leg up, flex, bend your knee, ankle on thigh, and butterfly. Pause that. Same hand as the bent leg. Push the knee away. Just until you feel some type of stretch somewhere. Feeling what's going on. Connecting the mind and the breath and the movement. One more breath. Let that go. Bring that knee first into your chest and then bring it down. Find your little strappy. So it might take a little bit to figure this out, but if you can get your strap over both feet on the ball of your foot, then hopefully your strap is long enough. Let your hands stretch down the strap so that way your upper arms are resting, because this has to do with stretching hamstrings, not arm movements. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, your knees are going to be slightly bent, and that's okay. We never want to lock knees. That's not good for our knees. So look at the top of the ceiling where your toes are on your ceiling. Inhale first. Exhale, pull that toes in front of your face. Pause here, but continue to breathe. And then be passive. Okay, here we go again. Inhale first. Exhale. Toes start to come toward your face. But we continue to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And be passive. Now your next one, I'd really like you to pay attention to where your feet are now on your ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Feel. Feel, where do you feel this at? Hold it. Hold it. One more hold. And then be passive. Go ahead. Take rid of the strap. Let both arms go up to the sky. Bend your knees. We call this dead bug. It helps relieve any of the tension. Bring your feet down. Soles of the feet on the mat. We're trying to bring the feet as close as you can to your buttocks, but we actually want the feet directly below the knees. So we're going to do some lifting here to go into bridge pose. So the thing about bridge pose is that you want to press into your shoulders and your arms and your feet. So we're going to go up and down to start with, and then we'll go up and hold. Now, don't let your knees go away from one another. In fact, your best thing is to squeeze your thighs together. So here we go. First inhale, and then slowly raise the hips up and let them come down slow. Inhale up and let them come down. One more time. Inhale it up and let it come down. All right. We're going to go up now and hold 3 breaths. Do not move your head to look at anything else. Look straight up at the ceiling. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Push that into your feet, into your arms. Act like your feet are going away from you. Do not move your head and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Now, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Let that back come down. Pause for a moment. Feel what's going on. And then bring your knees into your chest, hands below the knees, and just rock side to side. Arms down by your side. Lift your legs. Now, with core, flexed feet, try to bring your legs down as slowly as you can. I know, but this is helping your core, and this is helping your body. And when you finally get all the way down, oh, there you are. This is the time for your Shavasana. So let's take a moment. Find whatever you need. Maybe you want a pillow under your head. Maybe you want something underneath your knees. If for some reason laying long on the mat bothers your lower back and you don't have a pillow under your knees, you can always bend your knees. Let your feet go as wide as the mat. Then bring your knees together. This flattens your lower sacral area into the mat and can be more restful than being long on the mat. You have choices, and this is where these choices come in. They come into knowing what your body is allowing. So now you're nice and relaxed on your mat. Listen to my voice. And let's go through our practice today. We stretched all types of muscles. So think about what stretch you felt the most. Was it in your shoulders, your back, maybe your legs? Where did you enjoy a posture that it felt yummy and it was like, oh, that felt good? Bring that into your mind. Then also what we were moving, when we were moving arms and feet and toes and fingers. All of the muscles and the joints were all moving for you. And hopefully it felt good in your body. The reason that yoga feels so good when we're finished is because we've allowed the mind to be controlled, because it was busy thinking about what I was saying, what your movement of your body was experiencing. All of this controls the mind. So while you continue to rest and allow all of this beautiful movement to integrate into your body and mind, I want you to think of a place where you went in nature. Imagine it in your mind. Where were you at? Was it hot or was it cool or was it cold? Was the sun shining? Was there a breeze? Was there water or was there mostly trees? So continue your beautiful memory of where you were at in nature, and I'll awaken you in just a moment. So now go ahead, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then the hands start to move. And then bend your knees and let the soles of the feet come to the mat first. And then let your arms start to move. And as your arms start to move, just let your knees go left and right with the soles on the mat. That wakens up your lower back. And then eventually bring those knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your knees and rock side to side. Then rolling over to whatever side feels yummy right now with your knees into your chest. And pause there for a moment and express your love and gratitude for yourself because you took the time to come and join me in this practice of yoga. So be grateful that you could and love yourself. Because if you cannot love yourself, how can you love others? So go ahead and use your hands to allow yourself to raise the body back up. And pause here with a good sit wherever you are at. And I'll read today's poem, Here and Now by Donna Falls. Living in the present moment is the only way to tame the mind. For the mind throws us into turmoil, thinking of the past and worrying about the future. By noticing our breath, the inner sensations of the body, the light around us, the ground beneath our feet, we begin to find ourselves in the here and now. The question, what if, ceases to plague our days and acceptance begins to flower. Present moment. So I'd like to show you a breath practice that may help you if you're sitting and you're waiting for a doctor's appointment or anywhere where you feel that the butterflies start in your stomach and the heart starts to race a little bit quicker. That means you're getting anxious and anxiety is setting in. So this is something you can do. Nobody can see what you're doing, but it helps to calm the mind. So let your hands rest in your lap. And you would do this quietly in your mind, but we're going to do it together. So the first part of it is we're touching finger and thumb, each thumb to each finger. And we'll start with the mantra first. And the mantra is Sa, touch the first, Ta, second, Na, third, Ma is the last. Now, you don't have to remember that, and if that's uncomfortable, you can do numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or you can do the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And you can take it all the way to Z, and you can take the numbers as high as you want. And once you start doing that, you should start to feel the heart rate lowering, the stomach not feeling the butterflies. So let's close this practice as we opened. Hands to heart center. Let's go ahead, 3 circle the suns. Again, arm limitations only go to shoulder height. And here we go. Inhale, arms up. Gather all the love of yourself and bring it in to your heart. And again, all this beautiful practice we've done together, bring it in to your heart. And lastly, the love for yourself and every living creature on this earth. Bring it into your heart so you may take it out the door and share it with others who cross your path. For we can change this world. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you have peace and ease and be happy and free from all suffering on this earth. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I hope you will do it again.